This is Ramon Goose and welcome to the Guitar Show. In this video we're going to look at one of the first big stars to use a Marshall amplifier. In 1965, Jim Marshall gifted Roy Orbison two Marshall Bluesbreaker combos. Marshall actually began manufacturing its first 2x12 combos around December of 1964. Now it's said that Roy Orbison received these two combos in 1963. However, the combos were not officially put out until 1964, and these became later known as the Marshall Bluesbreaker, as used by Eric Clapton on the Beano album. Roy Orbison did tour the UK with the Beatles in 1963, and maybe this is the reason for the slight confusion. The reason for the combo version was obviously to make the head versions more of a grab-and-go amplifier, and that's why the very first Bluesbreakers carry a Mark IV designation on their back panels. In March 2022, Michael Mastro posted the following: I was a roadie for the Atlanta rhythm section in the mid-1980s. Barry Bailey, one of the greatest rock guitarists America produced, owned a Marshall combo that was originally given as a gift of two combos to Roy Orbison in 1963. Barry was his 17-year-old guitar player. Roy Orbison booked a tour of Europe, but because Barry was only 17 at the time, he couldn't get a work visa, so Roy called the guitarist Barry had replaced, John Rainey Adkins, to do the tour. While they were in London, Jim Marshall gave Roy a JTM 45 2x12 combo. Roy later sold it to Adkins, who then in turn sold it to Barry. Barry used the amp on the Mylon Lefebvre's 1969 album, We Believe, and on his last album, the Atlanta Rhythm Section, Truth in a Structured Form. Unfortunately, Barry passed away recently, and I was stunned to find out that he left me the amplifier in his will. As you can see, this amplifier features two 15-watt Celestion G12 speakers with Alnico magnets, which were later replaced with the ferrite magnet G12M greenbacks. In this photo from 1965, we can see Roy Orbison doing a concert in Paris, and we can see his guitar player Bobby Goldsboro playing through a Bluesbreaker combo. In 2023, Vintage Guitar Magazine ran an article on the Roy Orbison amplifier owned by Michael Mastro. The specs of this amp were KT66 output tubes, a GZ34 rectifier, and four 12AX7s. This model included tremolo, and of course it was originally the same amplifier used on the Bluesbreaker Beano album, played by Eric Clapton. Later on in the 1960s, we can see Roy Orbison using these Marshall stacks, as in this photo here. And guys, check out this Marshall poster, The Sound of Success Marshall Amplifiers, which features Jimi Hendrix Experience, the Tremolos, Procol Harum, the Cream, the Bee Gees, the Small Faces, and of course Roy Orbison. So guys, whether or not Roy Orbison was the first person to bring Marshalls to the USA, it's so great that one of the best singers ever was using those early Marshall amplifiers. Thanks guys for watching. I'll be back soon. This is Ramon Goose signing out.